Okay, we are actually back in business here. I had a customer walk in and had to take care of him. But what we got here is we went ahead and put our line down here. Now remember, we only need it right to here. So this is going to be more than enough to cut off. Now we're going to cut it way up here on this side of the line. And that's something else you need to pay close attention to when you're doing this major job like this. You need to remember which side of the line am I cutting it on. I went ahead and I measured this out right here, and you can see that this is where we're going to cut this off from here down. Alright, so always remember which side of the line you're going to cut on. That's very important. So let me go ahead and get my cutting wheel and my air saw. We'll start removing all this excess quarter panel action that we don't need and get ready to start fitting our quarter panel onto the car.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
It looks like we now have our quarter panel trimmed out and ready to custom fit onto our vehicle. Alright, before we set this on here, I'm going to go ahead and cut this section off of the vehicle. So let me go ahead and use my air saw doing that. Remember we said we weren't going to use this section, we were going to use the other section. So instead of creating a lot of sparks, I'm going to go ahead and use my air saw to remove this. And now we can go ahead and set this on the vehicle to see where it lines up. Push it my way. Okay, we're going to have to remove this piece here. Give me my cutting wheel. There. Alright, now hold this end over here.
Making sure this corner doesn't move.
Right, there it is, right there. Going way over here. One more time. Right there. I'm going to cut it off right here. We got to get rid of this corner section here. Here, let's see. Shit. Look at that. Oh no, it's got to come up there. This is what you have. This is the problems you have with these aftermarket quarter panels. See? Yeah. junk. You know what I'm saying? It up in the air. There, right there. That's it, right there. Hang on, let me see. Trying to fit this edge in here, see? See what I'm saying? Trying to get that edge where it fits in there properly. Bring it over here, let's cut it off. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut this out. You understand? And have to start replacing that because look at all this structure back here. This is all steel. If I break the spot welds, then we're screwed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that one right here on this edge.
Just butt weld it.
And then we'll butt weld this back together. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think that's what's stopping us. We got it hooking on this, and it's compensating for that much steel when we put it in here. It's pulling it this way, and it's not letting it go back far enough. But we're getting close. Come on. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this lip off right here, and then that should take this metal off, plus the thickness of that metal, which is almost 1/4 of an inch thick. And then once we do that, this should lay on here where we want it, and we should be able to move this around. What makes this real scary to do it this way is that it's an aftermarket quarter panel. And you never know how these things are going to fit when you cut them up to fit on there. Let me have it. Come here. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. I can't find my fucking vice grip, so I don't know where the hell all that is. Okay. That looks pretty nice. I gotta turn that. See what it looks like over here. Of course, this lip, if Minnie can get that camera, look at the distance right there. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we got to get this over here, and it's still got to be pulled this way just a hair to this way. So if I hammer and dolly, there's a section right over here. Let's look at this. You know, Minnie let go of it. It kind of moved on us, but that's all right. But this piece right here, I'm sure was caused in the wreck when the whole corner was wrecked. So I'm going to have to mess around with this piece to get this piece to fit up with that. But once we get it all on there, you can see that it's starting to fit really nice. I got to do some more trim work in here to get all this to fit in here because I want to butt weld this. I don't want this overlapping. So this section right here will be butt welded in here. But we don't want to do anything with that yet. And you can see this will go back on here like that. Okay. So you can see this is really a big job here. I got to do some hammer and dolling down here. We got to still precisely cut and fit this section in here so it's not overlapping. When you start getting into these lips like this, see how this lip here? When you start getting into these lips and then you start overlapping all these lips, what happens is it takes the contour away and the fit that it's supposed to have, because you're moving this thing this way, and then that lip over there was moving it that way, and you're stretching the metal. So you basically get the idea. This is going to actually take several hours to precisely get this in here properly. So let me go ahead and do that. You got the idea. You see that you got a trim, cut, and fit, everything going on. So as you can see, it really takes a lot of trim work to really make these fit properly, especially when you're doing them the way I'm doing. And look at the way that Minnie's focusing in here. You can see just by this, you can see here's the lip that we cut off, here's our lip that we cut off. This quarter panel's got to go that way, approximately 3/8 of an inch. But then on the top up here, it looks like it's pretty level if we pull it in, which is telling me that I got to trim this corner out. To move this that way, if we look right here, you can see that corner's touching our drip rail, and that has to be trimmed out. Don't forget now, we did go up approximately 2 inches on this, so that still needs to be trimmed. We really got to fix this problem here. This is a situation because if you look right there, you can see that doesn't even line up with this. So let me go ahead and get this fit in here, and we will come back and I'll show you exactly what I had to do. Well, we semi got this fit on here where we want it. Now, I'm going to let you know that these aftermarket quarter panels are pretty much junk. I don't care what brand it is. And if someone tells you, oh my God, it's Dynacorn, it doesn't matter. Dynacorn is just a company that spent more advertising dollars to make you believe that this piece of shit, I just said piece of shit, I'm sorry, is a wonderful, fabulous piece, and it's not. Now, when we left this little video last time, I was cutting all these sections off. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3. I cut 3 sections off of it, and it fit like shit. I called the company that I bought this from, and you know what they told me? First of all, the guy cuts me off, and he says, yeah, they're made in Taiwan. I worked at the factory. I know all about it. Alright, so we found out what the fuck's wrong with this fucking thing, and believe me, I am not fucking happy about it. I'm gonna call these people up, and I'm gonna see what they're gonna do about this shit, because, this is bullshit. Because for me to fix that properly, I have to split the fucking quarter panel in half, and then fucking move it over, and then put a fucking 1 inch or 1.5 inch section in the middle to make this motherfucker work. Now, is that bullshit, or is it fucking bullshit? Are you the owner or manager or what?
No.
I need to talk to him.
Alright, you gotta tell him who's calling?
My name's Pete.
Pete?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on a second. This is Tony, may I help you?
Are you the owner?
Yes, I am.
I bought a quarter panel from you approximately 2 months ago. A full quarter panel for a 1967 Camaro.
Alright.
Okay, I've already cut it up and got it to fit on there. And it's about 1.5 inches too short.
Too short, as
Yeah, too short, as in it's too small. It's 1.5 inches too small. The only way I can make this thing work, I'll have to split it down the middle and put the front end on, and then put the back end on, and then fill it in with some kind of, you know, put a filler panel in between it.
Yeah, you're talking about from the door to the tail light is too short?
That's right. It's approximately 1.5 inches too short. Who do you get your quarter panels from?
Those would probably come from Dynacorn.
Just because it has a name Dynacorn doesn't mean Dynacorn made them. That's just a company
Yeah,
that sells them.
I've been in business 33 years myself, and I've worked over in the factories in Taiwan, and I've worked over in the factories in Taiwan, and I've worked over in the factories in Taiwan, so I kind of know where this stuff comes from.
Well, you know what we're working with here, buddy.
Yeah, probably sold 200 of them, and I've never had one not fit.
I don't understand. So you're telling me that you went to Taiwan and you worked at the factories? Well, we went ahead and talked to the owner again of Southwest Classics over in Arlington, Texas, and they don't want to do anything for us. They don't want to help us out. They claim that they've sold hundreds of those and never had a problem with them. Isn't that what he said, Minnie? Never had a problem. They fit perfect. I mean, you heard the guy. He said he worked in Taiwan at the factories.
And I've worked over in the factories in Taiwan, so I kind of know where this stuff comes from.
And he knows all about them. But is this a situation that says it's aftermarket and it's never going to fit properly because it's made stupid and non-original on purpose? And then you got that name, Dynacorn. They have promoted themselves to be like the world's largest, best aftermarket parts supplier in the world, which is bullshit. It's bullshit. It's the same fucking thing that you get when you buy the other guys, and the other guy's brand, and the other ones. It's a fucking joke. So now, he claims that now that I cut it, there's no way to return it. When it's cut in 50 pieces, I think he said 50 pieces, didn't he? Yeah, 50 pieces. I think we only made 3 cuts in it, but yeah, we'll leave it at 50. 50 sounds more like a reasonable rate. But I'm the idiot. I'm the dumbass. I'm the stupid motherfucker, because that's how he treats me. You know, that's how they treat you. I actually texted him the pictures, and he never did call me back. I called him back. It took 3 times to actually get a hold of this guy, and when I did, he acted like, who? Oh, yeah, here. Huh, let me go ahead and see that. Let me look at those. So this is the situation you have with aftermarket parts, and that is why I'm explaining to you, you only use what you got to use with these things. If I would have used the inside section of that door jamb, I guarantee you that door would never have shut properly. I guarantee you that. You worked at the factories that made these, and you know all about them. So right off the bat there, he's basically telling me, I don't give a shit if it doesn't fit or not, you're not getting a refund. Okay? And then basically that's what he told me anyway. I'm not getting a refund. We're not taking a piece back that's been cut up in 50,000 pieces. Excuse me? 50,000 pieces? Are you serious? I cut 4 pieces off of it. But as far as he's concerned, it was 50,000 pieces. So, oh, one more thing that he said, let me get this straight, is he sold hundreds of these, hundreds! And I'm the first one that's ever called him complaining about it. Hell, he might as well said it the way he said it, he might as well said, I've sold millions of them! I worked at the factory, I owned the factory! I sold millions! He might as well say that, the way he was talking to me, treating me like some disrespectful piece of shit that he is. Or should I say I am? Who's the disrespectful one, me or him? I don't know. But anyway, so actually I was just calling to get some information, and then he takes it all off into another direction. I guess there's a lot of people that complain about aftermarket parts. Gee! But I told you that anyway from the beginning, and I don't like replacing these because all you do is run into nightmares, and it just turns out to be a big fucking job. So let's walk over it and see what I've done in the last couple days, because I actually had to walk away from this job. I walked away from it, and that's part of doing the right job. That's part of doing the job that it takes to do this. This video set has a lot of talking in it, and I'm going to go ahead and explain to everybody out there that if you're just going to get on, an instructional situation and you want to teach somebody something, and all you do is just sit there and work, and you don't explain to them anything at all verbally, you're not really learning nothing, because you really don't see the concept in your mind the way that it should be explained. So yes, I do talk a lot, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, the viewer out there that thinks I'm talking too much, if you don't like my videos, then, you know, go somewhere else. Watch that 4-minute video of how they replace this, and then you know how to fucking do it. So when you look at this in the camera, you can see that it looks like it fits pretty good. And we still got to trim this up. But then we look over here. Now, I got it fit in the fender well. You can see that. And then I also got it clamped down here. Now, look at the screw hole that I made. I actually started in the back of the vehicle first, and I lined up the back the way that I thought it should be, and everything lined up, including this trunk lip right here, lined up down in there. But now look what happens here. As we look real close, you can see that the trunk lip is way up here and it should be way down there. That's about an inch difference. So what I did is I went ahead and took the 2 screws off I had holding the back end together, and then I came up in the front and I lined all the front up first, and you can see that it's lined up pretty good. I want to show you something else. This is the lip that I cut off, and I cut it off exactly at the lip, and if you look real close, you can even see where there's still a bit of a roll, which is actually this lip right here. Now remember, I left this on. This is the factory quarter panel section. So you can see when I push it down, you can see that it starts to buckle up, okay? And it's really, really hard to line up. And then when I come over here, you can see that it's buckled there, and then look what happens here. So, this is a situation that says, no, aftermarket panels suck. And I don't care what name is on that box, okay? I don't really care, because if you look right here, it says Dynacorn International Inc., all right? The muscle car people, all right? Dynacorn, I'm advertising for Dynacorn. Let me show you something else on this box that we just found out. Look what we got right here. We got a little tag that says GM Restoration Parts. So by putting that little sticker on there, they're claiming that they're trying to fool you by, what do we call that? Subliminal messaging. When you see the GM Restoration, you're thinking, oh my God, it's GM. It's great. But then if you look right here, and let me take this, I can't take, it's gonna rip it off, I think. Yeah, it'll rip it off. We don't want to take that off, but it says General Motors trademarks are used under license to Dynacorn International Inc. So that means that Dynacorn is paying millions of dollars a year to General Motors to put one little sticker on there to fool you that this is a GM part, because any dumbass in the world that would never do this before in his life, anybody that would never do this, I'm not saying dumbass, I'm saying people out there that would want to restore their car and they see that sticker, they're going to think, oh, I'm getting this one. I want to get this one because it has a GM sticker on it. Well, let me tell you what, don't be fooled by a little sticker that has a GM square on it, okay? It's still made in Taiwan, and it's still a pile of fucking junk that doesn't fit worth a shit. Now you're kind of getting the situation of why I'm not using that, all right? And why, where's it at here? I just saw it. Where's that piece at? Here it is right here. Why I'm not using that upper section there, and why I cut it in like this. I don't know how clear I gotta make it to everybody out there that watches my videos that aftermarket parts are not perfect. There is flaws in those parts on purpose. The GM Restoration Part sticker shouldn't even be on this box. It shouldn't even be on this box, because what that's saying is General Motors is advertising to use this part, that it fits. And that company, Dynacorn, is paying millions of dollars a year to put that little sticker on that box. So back to the drawing board, back out to the shop we go, as we diabolically take our one owner 1967 Camaro and Frankenstein it. We're gonna Frankenstein the motherfucker down the road and do what we gotta do to make this bitch work. But he said that he worked in Taiwan, Minnie. That he worked at the factories. I wonder how many people he tells that to. Look what your cat's doing. Look what your cat's doing. Okay, I gotta go. The cat's making a mess over here, and my dog wants a snack. We'll see you later. back out in the shop on the 67 Chevy fucking car.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.